American history in 5 minutes, more or less. Do you ever wonder why America is the way it is? Why is it like it is, and not any different?
No? Well, too bad, because we're doing it anyway. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, people lived happily.
Then came this Italian dude that everyone thinks is Spanish to the land. He then raped, killed, and stole everything in sight. Yet, you lot still celebrate Columbus Day. Then came all the other Europeans, and raped, killed, and stole everything in sight. At least what was left. These Europeans formed what would become known as the colonies. You had your French colony, your British, your Dutch, and many more.
These colonies would later disappear, seeing how only the British knew what they were doing. This can be proved by looking on how the state of Louisiana was sold in 1803. The French sold Louisiana, which at the time was much bigger, for 18 million francs. That means that for about a half kroners, you will get about 4,000 square meters.
Later, in 1776, the Constitution of Independence was made. Here they wrote the following: all men are born equally free and independent. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This has founded the phenomenon that today is referred to as
America. In the 1860s, the Civil War broke out. The North wanted to abolish slavery, while the South liked having black people serve them food and doing their dirty work. When the North said a definitive no, the South wanted to become an independent country. The North refused, and the war broke out. The North won, and the slavery was abolished, and black civil rights were introduced and put into action. Kinda.
Then, in 1902, the First World War broke out, but America was too busy flipping pancakes to be a part of it. Later, in 1939, the Second World War broke out, but the pancakes weren't fully cooked yet, so they didn't participate. But when Japan came and ruined these pancakes in Pearl Harbor, they decided to join by frying Japs on Iwo Jima, before they dropped not one, but 2 atom bombs over Nagasaki and Hiroshima in August 1945. Then, after the war had ended, America and Russia decided not to have a cold beer, but a cold war. This gave us great entertainment, such as the chess game Fischer against Spassky, the unforgettable space race, and a whole new meaning to paranoia, knowing that a nuclear war was nothing more than a press of a button away.
After the Cold War had ended, America suffered from the 9/11 attack. They responded with declaring a war against terrorism, which led to them invading Iraq. They explained the invasion by saying that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. Sadly, they did not find any weapons of mass destruction. However, they did find a lot of oil. How convenient. They also spent about $2 billion to find Osama bin Laden, only to later find him in his own house.
Barack Obama was elected to be the first black president in American history in 2008. He stood for peace and equality, and for that he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. He responded by becoming the president that dropped the most bombs since Lyndon Johnson. Yay, peace!
Obama also tried to put a healthcare program into action called Obamacare. This would give all American citizens some rights for free healthcare. Sadly, this program would require a slightly increase in taxes, and we all know that Americans cuddles up like a fetus and start sucking their thumb if they hear anything about increased taxes. So no free healthcare for you.
And all of this history has led up to today's America, a country that has truly set a great example in the financial world, social harmony, healthcare, and military operations.
Yeah, they have shown a great example how not to do it.
Nah, they aren't all that bad. They do, after all, have the biggest military in the world, and the world's leading economics is America. It's just a shame that this is also some of their biggest problems.
Thank you for watching American History in 5 minutes, more or less. Wait, did you ask for a bunch of pointless words for us to define?
No? Well, we didn't either, but here they are.